everybody. Welcome to another episode of the GPRO podcast with your host, Junho, and I have a very special guest with me. It is Sara Lingrey. How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's a bit hot in my room, but other than that, it's fine.
Fair enough. We are, in England, it is very, very dreary and dull and grey and very rainy, and I don't like it at all. I was supposed to have
It's raining over here, but it's so humid.
That's fair. Fair enough. Yeah, it's like luckily the UK has one beneficial thing, and it is not being humid at all, which is actually very good. But man, it is. Yeah, we were meant to have a barbecue today, and yeah, that's definitely not happening today. That's for sure.
Yeah, if it's raining, then you can forget about it.
Yep, we're just gonna. Don't know what we're gonna do, to be honest now for food. Yeah, for everyone who don't know, Sara is actually a relatively a new GPRO player. So I've always wanted to hear from a new player's perspective. So firstly, Sara, just introduce yourself to everybody, kind of who you are and what you do, and yeah.
Well, I'm Sara. I'm 25. Will be 26 soon. Currently unemployed. Looking for a job though. And just spending time with friends and family basically for now.
Yeah. What kind of work are you trying to find at the moment? Did you study for like anything in uni?
I didn't finish any studies. I want to say it's like high school over here.
Mm-hmm.
I started working because I had like major depression. So
okay.
I had after that I had like 1 or 2 years where I did absolutely nothing because I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started working, and through my jobs I learned a few things, but I don't have like an official paper that says that I can do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to find like an administration job or even like production, like something like that. As long as I'm busy and I earn money, it's fine.
That's so you need at the moment, especially with the pandemic going on. It's kind of difficult trying to find.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anywhere. I've been searching for months now, and every time it's a no, because they see my resume and they're like, yeah, but you're not experienced. You don't have, the paperwork for it. So we're just gonna go for the people that actually studied for it, and it's just so demotivating.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I don't get about custom like companies is how you're supposed to, how does people expect to get experience without getting a job in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is demotivating. Definitely, if you've been constantly applying for jobs, going to the interviews, and then always getting rejected for it.
Or sometimes I don't even get to the interview part. It's just like, nah, you're not qualified. Just bugger off, basically.
So how long have you been trying to find a job for now?
Well, I lost my job, I want to say like June or July last year.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you lose your job, you get like paid by the government for like a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And that was until like October last year. So basically since October last year.
Wow.
So it's been a stressful half a year.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. So where are you based at the moment now? Because I know you're an Aussie, but
I'm in the Netherlands right now.
You're in the Netherlands, yeah. Because because obviously I'm based in the UK, and we don't. I mean, we kind of have like income benefits and stuff like that, where if you're unemployed, you get some sort of benefits. But I didn't know whether it was the same in the Netherlands, where because you said you only had it for 3 months, right? Or like however long you had it.
It was 3 or 4 months. It's based on how long you've worked already, basically. Okay, so the longer you work, and if you lose your job, then the longer the longer they pay you, basically.
Yeah,
they support you. So yeah.
Yeah, so with the benefits in the UK, there's kind of no limit to how long you worked. I think you just get unemployment benefits, until you get employed.
Okay, so I'm moving to the UK then.
Woo! Yeah, I mean, the internet's not as good as the Dutch, but we'll do something. But let's move on to GPRO for the time being, because obviously I'm pretty sure everyone's listening that would be very interested in kind of knowing how you found the game. So how did you find this game then? What did you do, or what did you search on?
Yeah, it was a YouTube ad actually.
Oh wow, okay.
I was watching a vid. I can't remember which one, obviously, but and then on the right side you have those recommended, and on top of it, like above the recommended section, there was a GPRO ad, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let's check it out. And then first few times I logged in, I was just like, I want to get the race going. Like, where's the racing? But soon I understand that there's a lot going in. Like I understood there's a lot going into it, and like it takes time, and like it was just fun. And then during the first two races, I was just in chat while the race was going on, and I started talking, and then it was fun. And then I got a Discord invite from Florencia.
Yes.
And since then, I've just been active in Discord and talking there as well.
Yeah, I mean, everyone definitely enjoyed you being in Discord for sure, especially for this season. I think I've never followed a rookie season other than myself, other than mine. Quite as intense as yours. So
mine isn't really that exciting.
It's exciting for all of us. Obviously, let's talk about your current season at the moment. So obviously, you've been promoted to amateur. You're guaranteed promotion.
If I stay positive, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we hope. But how did you feel the season went for yourself?
Well, I felt like I was second best.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious with all the second places that I've got, but yeah, there's just one guy dominating the league, and I'm literally just next in line, and that's how it's going the whole season, basically.
But you're still relatively close to him. I mean, you're only 7 points. I think, is it 7 points behind at the moment?
Let me check. I think so.
Yeah.
But that's because he had a DNF as well. So
yeah,
I had 7 points.
So yeah, I mean, even though you are, having majority second places, at least you still, keeping up with him. Obviously, the DNF for him is, godsend. But you gotta have some luck in your season.
Yeah, but, I guess that's fair.
Do you have any hope that you might finish first?
No, because I'm gonna have like a 0 CTR for the next 2 races, for the last 2 races of the season, to save parts. So like I secured promotion, so there's nothing to gain other than the first place. But realistically, it's too quick, so yeah, there's no point going for it.
That's fair enough. Obviously, the last race that just happened. Obviously, we record this on a Saturday, so it'll be the Friday race. Obviously, you finished first. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And obviously, the guy who was dominating the whole season actually finished third behind, I think, your closest rival.
Well, he was, yeah.
But yeah, do you not think that this might happen? For the last couple of races, he might smoke out, try to get back to positive, because I think he's in negative balance at the moment.
Yeah, he already qualified, so he's now back in the negative. He was in positive before he qualified, but I think he will make it to the end of the season. So I don't see it happening. Fair. And the guy behind, he's 13 points behind. He's not gonna catch up. So
yeah,
unless I DNF, but yeah.
I mean, even with 0 risks, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine in a top 3 at least. But yeah, going back to how you started GPRO. So obviously you've clicked on the link. You expected the racing game. You got a racing management game. What was your initial thoughts on the game when you first raced? Your 2-3 races.
Well, I didn't want to make any assumptions, so I was like, I'll just see what's happening during the race. Everything looked like the UI is really simple. So everything looked like, obviously now I know that the game is like really old already. Like it has been around for long. I'm a bit late to the party, but yeah, I was like testing. That's interesting because I know obviously IRL it's banned, and I was like, where's my second driver? That was literally one of my first thoughts. Like, why do I only have one driver? now I know, obviously, like with 40 people in one league, that will be a mess.
That would be.
Yeah, I didn't want to make any assumptions, so I was just really impatient for the race. That's all it was. And obviously, I botched my first race because I didn't know how to set up anything or whatever. So I just did something.
Yeah, I mean, especially kind of for new players now. Obviously, when you joined back in, when I joined in season 14, which is like 10, 11 years ago, it was kind of a lot more simpler back then. You didn't have driver energy to work out. There wasn't any risks were less, or it was more effective. It's basically you can run 100 CTs without kind of worrying about certain other aspects of of your drivers or your car or anything like that. So I mean, obviously, the more risk you do, the higher risk your wear for your car goes higher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of blabbing along here, but but yeah, it's way simpler back then. We obviously had the very simple racing screen as well. So with the new race screen, obviously you can see cars racing against each other. But back in the day, you have like this still page, and then every 2 minutes it just refreshes, and then
I saw the classic page actually.
Yeah,
that must have been a nightmare.
That's what we had. It was an auto refresh every 2 minutes, and then you just hope that you either overtake or don't get overtaken.
I don't know what's worse, like actually seeing that you're stuck in a train or just on a like a refreshing page.
I mean, personally for me, it's much more frustrating watching it on the new screen because like you have visual proof of you trying to overtake.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Your car just doesn't do it. Whereas on the other page, you're like, oh, I'm stuck in the same place. Okay, that's fine. And without realizing whether I actually tried it or not. But yeah, I mean, obviously, once you've started figuring out kind of how the game is going on, how are you finding the game at the moment? Do you find it fun, or like is it kind of stressful, or what's your thoughts?
It's only stressful when I see like last race. It was stressful because in the last few laps I started smoking.
Yeah.
And I already saw that they were like faster in the tripod of the race. They were catching up like a second to second and a half a lap. And I was constantly calculating, okay, I have like a 25-second lead, this many laps to go. It's gonna be close.
Yeah.
And then at the end the rain came, and I knew the Brazilian, the guy that's dominating the class basically. He had to pit again because the first time when the rain came out, he pit immediately. So I knew my race was saved.
Yeah, no, that's good. I completely forgot about the last 2 laps of that race. I didn't know.
So he literally pit like a lap before the end of the race. So I knew that was it basically. But during that last, I want to say 15 laps, it was really tense for me. But so of course during setup and everything, it's like it's fine. Like I'm not that tense, but like when watching the race, it can get really tense. Yeah. And I'm absolutely enjoying it, especially when I'm talking to people in VC or in chat during the race. It's lovely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Discord has definitely been a godsend, especially thanks to Luke Frost who created it, and we've got loads of people there now. And every race day, every race day, we always have yourself, myself. We have Flo that's there, Chew, Gear, everybody. They usually come on and we just chat for 2 hours, just chat about our race and see how everything's going on. And I mean, it's always a a blast being on there.
Exactly.
So so how are you finding the Discord then? Because obviously we've heard that you found it through an invite by Flo. What did you initially think of it when you joined?
I was like, more people to talk to. Like obviously everyone's playing the same game. So, and what I found helpful is that I could ask questions and people would actually answer them. Like some people might be really secretive of what they are doing. but I found out that people are actually really helpful.
Mm.
And that helped me massively in like the first half a season that I did.
Yeah.
So I already learned a lot in those few races that I did. And now that it's now my first real season, it shows that all the help that I've gotten so far, it leads me to a promotion. So yeah, I definitely need to thank everyone that has been helpful.
That's good. That's yeah,
including my team.
Yeah, yes, of course, yes. You're part of a women's team, I believe.
Yeah,
how did that come about for you?
So they had a spot open, so I just applied. That's all it is.
Wow,
really.
just great timing, and I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
But how is you joining the new team? Like your team helped your career out, or helped your kind of season out?
I had access to the data basically, and whenever I had a question, I could just message someone, and they would help me out. And if I would have a question when no team member was online or whatever, I would just turn to Discord.
Yeah.
So I always had some help from whatever side, and that was really helpful.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I always kind of recommend with new people anyway, either to have a mentorship. We have very good mentorships in GPRO, and if you can't get a mentor, then yeah, joining a team is definitely the best thing to do, because you have potentially nine other people that can help you out, give you insight into how setups work, races work, all that kind of stuff. And yeah,
I actually think I had a mentor, but I can't remember. I think it was Kai, but I'm not sure.
I mean,
it was for one race only, because the second race I found a team. So
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's literally perfect timing for you. But yeah, obviously, being getting promoted this season. Next season is it's amateur time, so we're definitely gonna have at least 35 other drivers with you.
Yay!
How are you looking forward to that?
I don't know what to expect really.
Oh yeah, well, what would be what is your plan for that, for amateur and beyond, potentially?
Well, obviously, I would love to score regular points, but it's not a guarantee.
Yes.
So I'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen in like the early races, and have like a goal set from there. I definitely want to retain. I don't want to go back to rookie.
yeah. I mean, go back to rookie, everything's getting reset, and it's just complete nightmare again. But so do you have like a plan in place as to like like let's say x amount of seasons in amateur and then moving to pro and then doing all that kind of stuff? Like, what's your plan?
Well, I'm just like looking like I'm not looking like long term right now. I just want next season to be over with first before I start making plans. My first plan is to find a solid driver to keep me in amateur. I have a few on my short list, and now the next two races basically like deciding which one can take me, can keep me in amateur and take me to some regular points. And just focusing on the car development as well as money saving, because I feel like my money saving this season could have been a little bit better. So that's definitely an area to work on, and just build a strong foundation and see from there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, the money is definitely, well, from what I've learned, money is definitely one of the massive factors in GPRO not to be successful. Because without money, you can't do testing, you can't develop your car, you can't train your driver, you can't do anything. So yeah, by having that kind of healthy, positive bank balance, I think you'll be more than fine in amateur as well. Yeah, so you'll be good. So is your current driver, is he not good enough for amateur, do you think? Or
I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. You have to like max overall of like 100, right?
Well, that's only for signing.
Okay, so technically I could keep him then.
Yeah, so if he's over 110 OA, you can't re-sign him. So if you have if his contract's running out. If he's over 110 overall, then you can't re-sign him.
No, he's 107 now, and he has maximum motivation. So I doubt he'll grow even more. So
yeah, so you can re-sign him once you have the opportunity to. But obviously, by all means, go for your team, go for Discord, and see kind of whether that driver is still one for you. But no, I'm really glad you're enjoying the game. It's nice to see kind of new players coming into the game and actually enjoying it, because 9 times out of 10 someone just comes in, realizes it's not an actual racing game, and then just leaves.
No, I knew it was like a manager kind of game from the way it looked, so like I understood that part already. I was just really impatient to get going. Like I wanted to see what was going to happen during the races, like how it was. And now refueling, I saw that refueling was a thing, so I was like, that's going to be interesting. Because like the first race, you don't know how much fuel you use, and like it's you don't want to F it up, basically.
Oh yeah, of course,
But you always do in the first race, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, my first couple of seasons were one of the best. I mean, I just spent it kind of going in half-heartedly, just figuring out fuel consumption and stuff like that, and just figuring out a pattern, to be honest. So for you to be able to promote in your second season, ever, it's actually not a bad way to go, to be honest.
Well, I had some help, obviously.
Oh yeah, everyone's got to have help every now and then, especially with a game like this. It's good to get a team, help from experienced players in Discord. So So it's not a bad thing to ask for help, but it's
exactly.
Yeah, you just want to learn. Obviously, everyone has the mentality of FOBY, finding out by yourself and all that kind of stuff in the game. But
be really secretive of everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, because most people spend 50, 60 seasons finding out what they know, without kind of help from anyone else or anything, or they'd be working really hard figuring out tools and kind of using calculators and stuff like that. So it is understandable that people do get a bit annoyed when people just offer free information out there, but I think it's that giving out basic info is actually beneficial for the game itself.
Yeah,
personally. So
I agree.
Hello, everybody there. I just want to interrupt this podcast to let you know a very special thing that I want to do. It's the GPRO Podcast Hall of Fame. So, as you all know, the Oscars, the GPRO Oscars already have the Hall of Fame on there, but I would want to have a separate Hall of Fame, kind of inspired from the English Premier League in football, how they have their own Hall of Fame now, and how their certain players are inducted into it. So I want to do the same to recognize the best managers that have ever played on here. So with the similar to the English Premier League, there's already 2 inductees, and I want to put my 2 personal inductees on there. The first one is definitely Roland Postel, obviously a 9 times GPRO Elite champion, absolutely dominating the scene back in the 50s, 60s, and season 70s as well. Obviously, one of the few managers who never relegated at all in their whole career, which is absolutely spectacular. Part of the greatest team of all time in Jaguar racing. So definitely Roland Postel is by far my number 1 choice to be entered into the GPRO Podcast Hall of Fame. The second person I want to add on there is obviously my former podcast guest, Leandro Sereno. I believe, obviously with him winning 7 championships, being part of Whiskey and Cigars, who have been, A tier for the last God knows how many seasons they've been in there. Just an absolute mastermind in playing GPRO, being there for countless amounts of seasons, having that amazing kind of in-depth knowledge of the game, from the beginning to now. So I would want to put him second on my GPRO podcast list, or Hall of Fame list. And yeah, I'm going to put a list of 20 people on the short list. I'm going to leave a Google Forms link down in the description below, and I would want everyone who's watching or listening to click that link and vote on up to 5 of the 20 that are currently on this massive list here. I want to induct 3 people by episode 15 with my co-host, and hopefully we can give an in-depth view on that, and then give our opinions as to why this person deserves to be in the GPRO Podcast Hall of Fame. Obviously, if there's any other people that you feel should be in this, obviously let us know. Unfortunately, I'm not including any admins who has raced, just because they never raced here. This is purely just for racing side of it. So yeah, please have a look at the Google Forms. I'll leave it in a forum post as well. I'll leave it in the description of the YouTube and the Spotify links as well. So hopefully you guys will do that. I'll also remind you guys next week as well. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to this, and yeah, back to the podcast. But yeah, let's move away from GPR for the side. I think we've spoken enough about that. I want to know more about you. So tell us, kind of, what hobbies do you have, in real life or away from GPRO?
Well, obviously gaming. I'm a massive gamer. F1 is a passion for me. I've been watching it since I can remember. I used to play football for the Australians under soccer. Yeah, those are the 3 main things.
Yeah, fair. Let's talk about gaming for a while, because I used to run a gaming clan back in the day, like 6-7 years ago. We used to have a kind of a really semi-competitive League of Legends team, and then we had a CS:GO team, that kind of stuff. What games do you kind of usually like playing?
Mainly racing games. So okay. I grew up with the F1 games on the PlayStation 2. I grew up with Need for Speed.
Yes.
I love those games.
Need for Speed's an absolute classic. I do love that.
And football games like FIFA. From then on, I moved to, like, I had the Pokemon phase. And the whole, like, Nintendo Wii came in at, like, what was that, 2007, 2008?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that era. That was.
I got my So basically, I stuck to the Wii for like a few years. Got my gaming PC in, I want to say, 2016.
Yeah.
So then I started playing like Rocket League. I even downloaded League of Legends, but not a massive fan of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then I bought myself a play seat, so to actually be able to do sim racing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it basically. I have like a few solo player games here and there that I play, but yeah.
What's your go-to game that you go for now? If you wanna chill for a couple of hours and play a game, what would you want to play?
Right now, that's difficult. I would say the F1 game.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fair.
It used to be Rocket League for like a few years, but the whole takeover from Epic, it didn't do any good.
Oh, okay. I would have thought with the game going free and more people playing now, I thought it would be more of an.
No, well, that's not a problem, like the whole takeover and going free to play. But my issue is they spend so much resources in bringing out new items like customizations, instead of them focusing on the servers, because they keep getting worse with every update.
Okay.
And that's the main issue. And the new DLCs, like back when you still had to pay $20 for the game, the DLCs were like $2 or £2, €2, whatever.
Yeah.
And now that it's free to play, they upped it to 20. So like to the original price of the game, and that's just a massive turn off.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I kind of didn't think about the DLCs at all. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So obviously, one of the major games that you play currently is Formula One. So what do you play multiplayer on there? Like, what do you do on Formula One? Because obviously there's a career season, but
yeah, I try to avoid open lobbies.
Okay.
Those are horrendous. Like it's often the case that, like, I would say like 90% of the time you get taken out by someone who can't drive or is mad that you overtook him or whatever.
Yeah.
So I prefer to stay in the time trial and the career mode and the My Team section.
Okay. So what's the time trials thing? Like, is it basically just like qualifying, like try to get a fastest lap or anything?
Yeah, basically you set a lap time, the lap time will be uploaded, and then you can see how good your lap time was compared to like everyone else that did a lap there. So you can see the esports guys, you can see content creators, you can see random people. And it's a like, if you're competing in a league, you go to time trial and you can do setup work and stuff like that. It's like the main practice area.
Fair. I'm assuming you have a wheel and pedals, right, to do it? Or
yeah. But sometimes I'm just too tired to move things around, and I just drive on a controller. But yeah, fair enough, I use the wheel.
Yeah, fair. I'd say like using a controller to race is definitely difficult in itself.
It's a whole experience, yeah.
Within the time trials, what is your best currently your best lap, or like your highest position?
Oof. I have a few world records on an F2 car.
Okay.
With an F2 car around certain tracks.
Okay, which ones do you have?
I don't know if it got beat by now, but a few months ago I set a world record around Paul Ricard.
Okay.
I also had the world record around Suzuka. Probably would have been beaten by now because I haven't driven an F2 car around those tracks for like 2 months now. I was close in Spain.
Yeah. Which track?
It's Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think I was decent around Abu Dhabi as well. So just a few tracks that I was enjoying an F2 car.
Oh, fair enough. So we can safely say that you're not too bad at the game.
I'm still pretty terrible compared to like the esports guys.
I mean, to get a couple of world records, you got to be somewhat good.
Yeah, but it was months ago, so it's probably beaten by now. At least I would be surprised if they're still standing.
I mean, there has been world records that stood for longer, so
Yeah, but I'm not like a top class driver or anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I remember hearing on Discord is that you're going into a league, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
So the first race is planned for not upcoming weekend, but the weekend after that. Obviously, the league is still starting up, so still new drivers need to come in for it to start up. I'm excited. Like, I'm gonna drive an F2 car unless F1 isn't like fully stacked. Then I'll drive F1 cars. But the fact that they already want like an F1 and F2 series is massive, because it gives people multiple options and it allows more people to drive. So yeah, that is the startup for now, and soon they want to go for like multiple teams, like actually have like engineers and a team boss and like stuff like that.
Wow.
So that is the long-term vision of the league, basically.
So are you racing for yourself, or are you racing for a team?
Right now it's just for myself, because they want the first season or the first 2 seasons to just be all about the driver. And then they want to start having like team bosses and engineers and like build a team around the driver.
Hey, I mean, GPRO could be part of this. We could have multiple people in here. here to do it. But yeah, so what's the name of the league, and is there any way we can follow it at all?
Right now, no Twitter or YouTube or Twitch has been made.
Yeah.
As I'm aware of. So for now, all I have is the little promotion that I put in the Discord.
Yes.
The league is called IFL, International Formula League, and I think they are gonna try and record everything and put it on YouTube, but I'm not sure on that. I for sure will be recording my races and make a vid out of that. So yeah, if people want to watch that, I will drop it in the Discord as well.
Yeah, I'll also link it in this video so you can have a little look as well, and follow that. But no, it's definitely interesting to see, you actually get into an actual proper, Formula One, like Formula One / Formula 2 league, and racing against potentially, up and coming new, e-racers.
Yeah, I did a race like a month or two ago in another league, and the podium guys, they were literally like top 30 to top 50 of time trials. So that's literally like top 50 of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good to drive against them.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if you can, keep hold on to them, match them. It's not too bad.
I unfortunately had issues during qualifying, so I couldn't have my own setup. So I had to drive with the default setup and start at the back of the grid. But yeah, it was a struggle, but it was fun nonetheless.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're very interested to Formula One. So tell us, give us an estimate on the first kind of recollection that you have on Formula One. Like what race was it? Who did you watch and all that kind of stuff?
My first memory.
Of Formula One.
I think that would be. Oh geez, my brain hurts now. I think it would be the Villeneuve crash in Melbourne in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 5.
Okay. So what I'm assuming you weren't at the track itself. You're watching it on TV.
I was watching on TV. Yeah.
Did you ever go to a live Formula One?
Yeah. 2017 Belgian Grand Prix. I went for the whole weekend.
Nice. Yeah, Spa has always been a very good track.
Yeah, and the track is like an hour and a half away from me, so it's close. So yeah.
Fair enough. So obviously, who are you supporting this season?
Oh, I'm supporting Max, but I think Lewis is gonna win his 8th. The Mercedes looks quicker.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm a McLaren fan, so obviously I'm a Norris and Ricciardo fanboy for now.
Yeah, but, I do hope that Ricciardo gets some podiums, but and I have to say he's starting to get to grips with the car, so you never know. And the McLaren, when everything goes right, the McLaren is definitely capable of getting a podium.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, we've seen it in the last couple of races. I mean, obviously Norris had the pace, to match the Red Bulls and maybe even the Mercedes, but
the Ferraris have been surprising so far.
Yeah, the Ferraris have been
in a
really
positive
good.
way.
Yeah, the Ferraris have been really good as well. It's interesting to see now that it's not just a 2-horse race, and we actually have multiple teams that could potentially challenge for the podium spots and maybe even the win as well. So, it's definitely been good to watch this season as opposed to last season.
But yeah, it's safe to say that this season is just Hamilton and Max. Like I don't see anyone other than those two winning a race this year. Otherwise, well, it has to go horribly wrong with those two.
I mean, it went horribly wrong for Hamilton in Imola, and
but he got saved.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it does very much look like a Max and Lewis shootout.
I'm all for it. It has been a while since Hamilton actually had to fight someone from another team for like an entire season, because people are saying like 2017 and 2018, he had like Vettel to fight against, but Vettel kind of bottled it halfway through the season, so it's not like an entire season.
Yeah, I mean, especially 2017, the Ferrari was really, really good at that stage, and
I would say 2018, the first part of the season, I would say the Ferrari was better than the Mercedes, but it turned around after Vettel's crash in Hockenheim.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one. That's for sure. But no, it's good. Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah, more and more teams kind of challenging Mercedes now. Who do you think will be the next new champion? So if Lewis wins it, obviously he's not a new champion. But who do you think will be the newest person to win a championship?
That's a risky one because you don't know what the rules are going to do next season.
Exactly. Well, let's base off the fact that the rules haven't changed as of yet.
Then definitely Max. Yeah, Max is like top level. I would say Leclerc could be that, but he makes too many mistakes so far. Like, for example, he crashed into Vettel again last year in second race in Austria, I think that was. He just makes mistakes, and as soon as he gets those out of the way, then he's definitely of that caliber.
I obviously remember the one in Turkey at the last lap when
definitely
he kind of lost his podium spot because of just overreaching. But
I see Sainz and Norris able of winning a championship as well.
I see that too, but I just don't see that being, I just don't see them doing it before Max or Charles.
No, definitely not. I think it's going to be Max. Max is next in line.
Yeah,
I just don't want him to be as dominant as Hamilton was.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think he would want that either, to be honest. I mean, obviously he would.
I think it's going to happen though.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to see kind of the up and coming kind of racing drivers coming up now. Obviously, you said Sainz, Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen. You obviously got Stroll from the other team as well. You got Ocon, Gasly. You got loads of up and coming drivers. That could dominate the Formula One scene in the next 10, 15 years. Can see that.
Yeah, exactly. Give him a car that goes fast, and they will win races.
Yes, 100%. Oh, you're making me excited, man. It's the Monaco Grand Prix next, so even more excited.
Okay, now the real question: how many times will Mazepin hit the barrier
in Monaco?
Yeah,
he only hits it once, and that's it, right?
I think but like throughout the whole weekend.
I think he'll hit it in the first two practices, and then I don't think he'll hit it in qualifying because he'll just be too slow to do that. So he'll be fine. Maybe in a race he'll crash in the first lap. Who knows? Like, he is very unpredictable.
Yeah,
Mazepin, he likes blaming the car, but you have to try to adapt.
I mean, to be fair, the car is kind of bad, but then again, you look at his teammate, and he's just absolutely smashing him. So
yeah, that is true. I mean, he's finished? I mean, Schumacher finished at least 45, 50 seconds ahead of their teammate.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is just insane.
And the last race, even in front of a Williams, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Latifi wasn't happy with the car, and
but then again, Latifi is not the greatest talent out there either.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had glimpses, had glimpses of brilliance.
Yeah, but not in F1.
Well, no, he went to quali 2. Back in.
Wow, something that Russell has been doing for a season and a half.
Yeah, you got to big it up when he does something good. So
Well, if that's something good already, then yeah, okay.
Hey, for Latifi, it was amazing, but
fair enough.
got to take it where you can take it. I mean, like Mazepin not spinning, that's a positive.
That's an
itself.
Achievement.
Exactly. Yeah. So we got to take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, I mean, like you said, your last hobby, you said it was football. So do you still follow football at all? Like, do you play?
Yeah, I follow it. No, I can't play anymore. My knee is all messed up.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do follow it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what team do you follow at the moment?
I watch mainly, of course, the Dutch league. I watch the German league, Spanish League and the Premier League in England,
Hmm.
and Champions League and Europa League when they are on, and obviously World Cup and the Euro.
Yeah.
That's mainly what I follow.
Fair. Do you have like a favorite team that you kind of follow?
Over here in the Netherlands, it's Ajax.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I would say Barcelona, but it's more because I'm a Messi fan.
Yeah. Fair. Well, you answered the age-old question of Messi or Ronaldo there. So,
yeah, I would say Messi has the natural talent, and Ronaldo has the work ethic.
That is fair. No, that is fair. I always believed Messi was the better player than Ronaldo.
Yeah, but Ronaldo got so good because he worked so hard for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's weird comparing the two because it's just comparing two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like you said, Messi is that natural talent, absolute, just all out great footballer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you said Ronaldo worked hard for his, because obviously when you saw him as a 17, 18-year-old when he was in Sporting and then he moved to Manchester United, he was a skinny boy that, moved from Portugal to England, and, under Ferguson, he worked, with his fitness and with his, football kind of, technique and touch and that kind of stuff. And that got him to where he is now. Whereas Messi, ever since he was 17, he was
but even with
amazing.
Ronaldo at Man United, like in his early days, you did see that it was all there. Like he had the natural ingredients to get to where he is now.
Yeah, but obviously he had to work harder to get that, as opposed to Messi,
exactly.
who just had it and just did it. Maybe Messi did it in an easier league, if you can argue that, but
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, even so, it's to get into the top league of any top 5 leagues and instantly become the star in your team is just incredible. And that's my whole reasoning why it's Messi over Ronaldo. But each to their own, to be honest.
We are lucky to have experienced 2 great footballers.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, before you had Pele and Maradona, this is like the equivalent here.
Yeah, but did they play at the same time? I think Maradona was after Pele.
Well, yeah, that's actually true. No, that's fair. Yeah,
now we have 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
And now there are 2 upcoming great footballs as well, like Mbappe and Holland. They will be the new god, basically.
The new Messi, Ronaldo, yeah, 100%. Oh, I just hope, I just hope Mbappe and Haaland actually do get to stay with either their team or,
I hope they choose wisely.
Exactly.
The next move.
100%. Yeah, I do hope for them that they do that, because one bad move and their whole career will be derailed. And
I would say I want to see Haaland at Bayern when Lewandowski leaves there. That would be a good move for him.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern's signing everyone left, right, and centre these days. So, but yeah, I can now definitely see that going. I would want to see Haaland in a different league, but obviously, we'll have to see about that.
I wouldn't mind seeing them to go to Spain or England.
Yeah, Spain or England would be the two places for sure.
Yeah, they shouldn't go to Italy, with all respect to the Italian league, but I don't feel like that league would do them justice.
The Italian league is very, very physical, and yeah, it definitely does not suit them at all.
Well, Holland more than Mbappe, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Mbappe is not the strongest of people, but we'll go from there. But yeah, is there any other hobbies that you have other than the 3 that we just talked about?
I mean, I used to play some tennis for 2 years, but the same issues that caused me to stop playing football occurred as well. So yeah, I can't really play sports anymore. Yeah, unfortunately.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, I've been the most unluckiest while playing sports. I broke my arm playing badminton. I broke my leg playing football. It's just I just don't do sports anymore. Like, it's not for
Were
me.
you clumsy as well, like we are?
Yeah, I am just very vulnerable to injuries, and it's just not good.
Oh yeah, same here. Like I think the list of injuries that I had is longer than the list of injuries that, yeah, I didn't have basically.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate to that. Yeah. So that any other, do you have any hobbies outside of sports at all? Do you, or like you
Um,
into music at all, or you into like arts? Movies.
I mean, I'm into music. Obviously, I listen to music, but I don't really make music because I'm not talented for that.
No,
Um,
no. I mean, you'd have to be talented to love music.
no, fair enough. I do write poems sometimes when I feel
Oh.
like everything's clocked in my head. I'll just write everything down and
Mm, mm.
yeah.
Hey, I mean that's the early signs of being a musician. I mean, I used to write music when I was 16. So after 16, when I did in England in secondary school, so obviously high school in other parts of the world, but after secondary school, I didn't make it to like college or anything like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I got really like I got depressed at one point, and then I started writing music because of the depression that I had, all the negative thoughts that I had in my head, and I just started writing music, writing lyrics and poems and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
yeah, it just became like a vehicle for me to create and write music, and
I can
it's
definitely relate on like writing because you're dealing with stuff just to
yeah,
write it off, get it out of your system and
yeah,
try and bring your mind at peace again.
mm, yeah.
Because
It's also
I definitely had a lot of sleepless nights.
mm, it's tough. It's tough. It's good to have that sort of release, whether it's writing or
Definitely.
singing or whatever it is. What kind of music do you currently listen to?
Oh, I listen to all kinds. I like pop, R&B,
Hmm.
like the 80s kind of rock. Um,
Nice. Any kind of
but
bands in particular?
right now I'm really into Imagine Dragons.
Nice. Yeah,
I really
they're
like
good.
them.
They're good.
Uh, I listen to Guns N' Roses every now and then. Um, but nowadays artists as well, Post Malone, Ed Sheeran.
Nice. Nice.
I also like Dua Lipa. She's really
Hmm.
cool.
Cool. No, yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I mean, mainstream pop at the moment. I don't know, because I have Spotify, and then there's always these kind of recommended playlists that come up, and every now and then I always click on it and be like, okay, let me just have a quick look, listen to kind of what mainstream
Mhm.
music is, and 9 times out of 10 isn't too bad, to be honest.
No, I especially love the nowadays the new music is kind of like it has the new kind of tones, but
Hmm.
it has like a retro kind of vibe to it sometimes,
Okay.
especially
Yeah.
with like Dua Lipa's new album with The
Hmm.
Weeknd. It's like they are inspired by like artists from back in the day and they're using that into their own music.
Hmm.
And I really love that.
No, I mean that's fair. I haven't heard their latest album, so after this, I might even have a listen to it. Yeah, but I like all music, so yeah.
I only don't like really like heavy metal or like the hard style or
Hmm.
that's not for me. It's too noisy and it just it doesn't it isn't right for my brain.
No, fair. I mean, yeah. Not everyone has you know the taste for every single kind
I'm
of
a
music. So
yeah, I'm a very calm person. So if I hear like that really like loud music, it's just not good for me.
no, fair. So do you watch any like TV series or like anything, any movies at all, or like that?
Uh I'm not really a movie kind of person. I'm more like a series kind of person.
Okay.
I recently finished season 3 of Cobra Kai. I finished the 100.
Yeah.
And I am gonna start watching. It was recommended to me. I'm gonna start watching Blacklist, I think it's called.
Blacklist. Okay. I've never heard of it, to be honest.
So yeah, I'm gonna start watching those. But I don't know, movies are not for me. It just takes too much for me to keep focus on it, and it's just like I get bored easily, especially if it's like something that doesn't really interest me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. What has been like? Do you have like a top 5 list as to like your most favorite?
Movies, you mean?
Not movies. I mean, like TV series, or like even like a top 3 or a top 5 TV series of all time.
Number 1 is definitely the 100. I absolutely love that show. Number 2, probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's so fucking funny.
Nice. Yeah,
I love that
Brooklyn
show.
Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's in my top 3. Yeah.
And number 3, I have no clue, to be honest. Maybe NCIS. I really loved NCIS.
Okay. Fair enough.
I used to binge that with my mom.
Nice. NCIS is NCIS. I didn't really get into like those kind of things. I mean, my ultimate favorite of all time is 24. But I assume the NCIS is kind of similar to that.
NCIS is more like the Navy.
Okay. But yeah. I mean, do you watch TV series often? Like, do you watch it like every day or?
No, I usually don't use the TV other than for like football matches or sometimes I put Comedy Central on or like and I even watch F1 on the PC, so it's not like my TV is mostly in use for my little brother that lives with me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
He games on that, and when he has friends over, they watch a movie or whatever on that. That's what my TV is used for nowadays.
Fair. I mean, in my house we only have one TV, and that's kind of up in the 3rd floor, just not doing anything. So it's kind of gathering dust at the moment. Yeah, because
I mean, why should you use a TV when you have a PC that you can literally watch TV on your PC? So
yeah, exactly.
Why move your ass?
Yeah, I mean, my PC. I have 2 screens, so I can have one for watching and then one for something else. So, it's
lucky you.
Pretty easy for me.
I only have 1 screen, so it's literally like either play a game or watch something.
Yeah. I'm just never used to having 1 screen now. I've been having 2 screens for the last 6-7 years now, and I just can't get used to.
I don't even have
1 screen anymore.
I don't even have space on my desk for a 2nd screen.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I've got my trusty PC on my left, and then my 2 screens, and then that's it. But it's been great talking to you, Sarah. It's
thanks for having me.
It's definitely nice to hear. Firstly, GPRO from a new player's perspective, because obviously most of the people that I met and know from GPRO is from back in the day, back in when they started in season 5, 6, 7. So they're all very experienced. So it's kind of nice to hear from someone who's only recently just started and seeing how their process goes through. And it will be definitely interesting to watch you progress from rookie to wherever it may take you, maybe elite someday.
Yeah, maybe like 30 seasons or something.
Hopefully, you always got to be optimistic. But
I heard someone say, I can't remember who it was, but getting there is one thing, but staying there is another.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like it's definitely easier to get there than it is to stay, because this is my first season in pro, and it has just been completely different compared to amateur. Because amateur, you didn't have to worry about a technical director, which isn't much of an issue anyway. But you didn't have to worry about your tire suppliers, because everyone has the same tire supplier. In pro, you have to worry a lot more about your risks that you do, your car wear, your money, all that kind of stuff, and what you do, testing, and it's just
So
so much more.
Amateur is basically the same as rookie, but with more people.
Yeah, I mean, I personally call amateur the new rookie. And rookie is just like the tutorial level.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna leave that behind.
Yes, leave the tutorial level behind and then go to the proper rookie. I mean, even I retained with 0 points in amateur in my first season there, so that just shows how easy it was.
Flexing here.
Of course, that's what I do. But no, it's been absolutely great talking to you there. Obviously, if anyone wants to talk to either one of us, we're both always on the voice chat in Discord. So by all means, join the Discord. We definitely want more people here, that's for sure.
But, exactly, it's always fun during the races.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the Discord is amazing. Like, I love the chat box. I love all the off-topic stuff. When we talk Formula One, we talk it on there as well while we watch. It's just been great, to be honest. But no, awesome to talk to you. Thank you very much for taking your time to do this podcast with me.
No worries. Thanks for the invite.
No worries at all. And I thank you everyone else for listening. Next episode will be with a very special guest as well. So stay tuned for that. But until then, it's been goodbye from me and it's goodbye from Sarah. I'll see you guys next time.